I noticed it first at breakfast. A faint trace of rose and amber that didn't belong in our house anymore. My mother's perfume, soft, old-fashioned. The kind that lingered in curtains long after she'd gone. My stepmother, Camilla, was pouring coffee, her movements careful, rehearsed. Like she knew I was watching. When she passed me the cup, the scent deepened. As if the air itself hesitated between us. "It's just a bottle I found in the drawer," she said before I could ask. Seemed ashamed to waste it. But it wasn't waste, it was intrusion. That perfume had once lived on my mother's skin, on her scarves folded in drawers. In the space between her good night and the door closing. I hadn't smelled it since the day we packed her things for storage at Marin Point. I didn't reply, though something inside me twisted. Later, when Camilla went upstairs, I followed her scent like a map of betrayal. In her room, on the dresser, stood the familiar square bottle, half full. The silver cap still smudged with fingerprints that weren't hers. My father's handwriting was on the label, a note from decades ago. For Iris, when the sea smells lonely. The air thickened with memory, and for a moment I almost heard my mother humming through the vents again. I left before Camilla returned, but that night as the wind shifted the curtains, the scent drifted into my room once more. I couldn't sleep. Every breath felt borrowed. The next morning, I saw my father watching her across the table. His eyes caught between confusion and nostalgia. He said nothing, but I saw him reach for her wrist, the same way he used to reach for my mother's when she'd pour his tea. And when Camilla smiled, I realized she wasn't pretending to replace her. She was reminding him of what he'd already forgotten. The following night, I found the bottle missing. In its place was a folded note under my pillow. "It's not the scent that hurts you. It's what it brings back." I didn't cry. I just opened the window and let the perfume escape, dissolving into the cold air over Whitlock City. But hours later, the house began to smell of it again, soft, rose and amber. Like someone unseen walking through every room, reminding us both that nothing ever really leaves. The scent stayed even after she stopped wearing it. It clung to her coats, to the pillows she turned each night, to the corners of the hallway where light bent differently. My father never noticed. He'd read the paper with his glasses low on his nose, while Camilla moved quietly behind him, her perfume tracing the air like handwriting on glass. Sometimes, when she brushed past me, I'd feel my mother's ghost lean closer, trying to understand. I started avoiding the kitchen in the mornings. The smell too sharp against the taste of coffee. But the house kept it alive. Every drawer I opened carried a faint echo of that scent. One afternoon, I found the original bottle in the laundry basket, empty. The label worn to blur. It felt deliberate, as if she wanted me to see the end of it. Later that night, while the house slept, I walked past her room. Through the half-open door, I saw her sitting on the bed, pressing her wrist to her face. No tears, no sound. Just breathing in something already gone. I stood there longer than I should have, realizing that grief has a scent too, it just changes who wears it. It was the rain that changed everything. The house smelled of damp wood and the faint sweetness of that perfume she'd promised to stop wearing. My father had gone to a business dinner, and Camilla was in the living room, sorting through a box of photographs she claimed to be organizing for him. I saw one slip from her hand, a picture of my mother standing near the pier, hair tangled in wind, the same perfume bottle glinting in her palm. Camilla reached for it too late. I picked it up, the edges soft from years of handling. "She used to wear it for him," I said. "Only for him." She met my gaze, calm but trembling. And now it keeps him here, she replied. Her tone wasn't cruel, but something in it stung. I realized then she didn't wear the perfume to mock the dead, it was to summon the living. Every drop was a ghost of my father's attention, every breath she took a borrowed memory. The storm outside grew louder, and the house flickered in and out of light. He doesn't love you for it, I whispered. Her eyes softened, almost pitying. I know, she said, but it's the only part of her that still listens. The rain pressed harder against the glass. In that dim light, she looked like both women at once, one remembered, one refusing to fade. That night, the air grew heavy with her scent again, thicker, deliberate, almost defiant. I followed it up the stairs and found her in my mother's old room, standing before the mirror, fastening a pearl earring I hadn't seen since the funeral. Her reflection was calm, almost rehearsed. He said I reminded him of her, she murmured when she saw me in the doorway. I thought maybe if I finished the resemblance, he'd finally look at me without guilt. I wanted to scream, but my voice faltered. She lifted the perfume bottle and sprayed it once into the air. The mist caught the lamplight like dust suspended in memory. You think I enjoy this? She said softly. But he sleeps easier when the room smells like the past. The mirror trembled slightly, though neither of us moved. For a moment, I saw my mother's figure overlay hers, same tilt of the head, same soft defiance. Then Camilla's eyes met mine in the reflection. You want her back, she said, but so do I. We just loved her differently. She turned away before I could reply, her perfume trailing her like smoke. When she left, the scent stayed, clinging to the curtains and my throat. As if both of us had inherited the same impossible task. Keeping someone alive through what they left behind. By dawn, the house had turned still again. The perfume lingered in the hallway, faint but undeniable, like breath caught in fabric. My father sat at the table, his eyes red, his cup untouched. Camilla was gone. On the counter, beside the bottle now drained to its glass bones, lay a note in her handwriting. I only wanted to smell like what you missed. He read it twice, then folded it without a word. The rain had stopped, but the windows were fogged from the inside, holding the scent between us like confession. I went to open the window, but he stopped me. Leave it, he said. She's still here somewhere. The light outside was pale, unsure. And for a moment I imagined Camilla walking through Marin Point. The sea wind trying to strip the perfume from her skin, carrying pieces of it across the cold water. When I looked back, my father was staring at the empty chair she used to sit in. The bottle glimmered once in the gray light, then caught the wind and rolled off the counter, shattering into silence. The scent vanished instantly. All that remained was a faint shimmer on the tiles, like the memory of something too fragile to hold. And in that still air, I understood. Grief doesn't fade, it only changes its disguise.